Well, I got to say, Thrive is quickly becoming one of my favorite cards, right? So I thought we'd take it for a spin in Verdance, right? Kraken's Eighth of Vein had its time to shine. If you haven't seen that, it was done in a proper competitive match, and boy oh boy was that fantastic to see. But nonetheless, even with it off the table, I think we can still get Firebreather fairly high as Verdance, as Wizard, just through some of the utility draw effects, right? So we'll pass. And yeah, let's see how big we can make it. So we do have Sigil of Temporal Manipulation, which is going to allow us to just play a bunch of Open the Floodgates, right? And that is going to be our main source of draw. So from there, we can of course just rack up all our energy effects. So this will get us 7 resources, which is beautiful, right? Then what we can do is play our Thrives. We'll play all 3, and then we will plume them back so that we get 1 more proc of Thrives bonus, which is beautiful. Right, so every time we click Firebreather, it will be going up by 5 damage, right? 1 from Firebreather, and then 4 from the extra Thrives, which is just way too over the top, right? Pay 1 for +5. Okay, so how exactly are we going to chain the Open the Floodgates? Well, we have Storm Striders, we have Hold Focus, because we do have to amp them every time, because they have to do more than their base damage in order to proc this Surge effect, but we might as well proc our Strength Potions, right? We're basically playing all of our action effects, then we will be looping the majority of things in the instant step of Firebreather, right? So then we can do Hold Focus, that'll give amp for our first Open the Floodgates, and then Storm Striders, which will allow us to play the Open the Floodgate. We'll target ourselves, that way there's no denial from our opponent and their Arcane Barrier, right? So that gets us 2 cards, Kindle and a Titanium Bubble. So now we can play Firebreather, we can pitch the Titanium Bubble, have 2 resources left over, and start our draw shenanigans, right? So we play Kindle. This will draw us a card and get us a amp effect for our Open the Floodgates. So then we can play Open the Floodgates with our 2 resources remainder. Again, continuing to target us so that the opponent cannot negate the damage. And then from here, what we need to do is set ourselves to 2 resources every single time. So we're always going to Firebreather, pitch the Titanium Bubble, float the 2 resources, so let it resolve, and then we can double Kindle, let 1 resolve, and that will allow us to play another Open the Floodgates, which will get us 2 more cards. Done, done, and done, right? And then we have to get rid of the pitchables again so we can proc the other Kindle. So nice and simple, right? Again, just play Firebreather until we have 2 resources remainder, exactly, so that way we can continue to play the Open the Floodgates. So there we go. 1 more proc will do it. Oh, 2 more procs, because of lag, I think. Or did I not click? No, I mustn't have clicked. Okay, Titanium Bubble, 2 resources floating, and we have to get to the Kindle proc anyway, so let them all resolve. Right, we're already at 51, 56, 61 damage, right? And of course, we still have a few resources left to burn as well. So yeah, there we go. Still 9 resources, so 9 more procs of 5 damage. So an extra 45 damage on top of that. Beautiful. And yeah, all without the draw shenanigans or Kraken Eighth of Vein. The only setup was the Sigil, the Temporal. God, I always forget what it's called. What is it? Sigil of Temporal Manipulation. Temporal? Did I skip a syllable? I might skip a syllable. Sorry. I have like a cut on my lip and it is making things quite annoying to talk. But, yes, there we go. A nice big Firebreather as Verdance for 96 damage. Oh, almost. Got 2. Luckily it's on the instant step. There we go. And bam. That pretty much should OTK your opponent even if they can fully block it, right? Only way around it would be traps that dissolve all the bonus damage you get, right? Because we don't need to go again. The majority of the interaction was through the instant step. We ate all the Open the Floodgate damage, so that we guaranteed the draw. Our opponent can't intervene in that. Yeah, I think that's fairly decent, right? In fact, you probably don't have to go that hard. What was it? 106 damage. If we knocked off 1 Thrive, right? God, I don't know how many resources we poured into it, but it'd still be a sizable amount. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah.